Today I am going to analyze a blood sample according to Stewart method. If you remember the base excess mean amount of strong acid or amount of strong base you need to add into your blood sample in order to bring the blood sample pH into 7.4. Blood sample temperature should be 37. Blood sample partial pressure of carbon dioxide should be 40 mm mercury. That within that definition they mention as strong acid or strong base. Strong acid or strong base in millimoles per liter must be equivalent to milliequivalents per liter. That means your base excess or base deficit, in millimoles per liter must be equivalent to milliequivalent per liter. Why? Your strong ion can donate iron, equal amount of iron when considering the hydrogen ion. When considering the hydroxyl ion, your strong hydroxyl ion can donate one electrical activity to there. So because of that, your millimoles and milliequivalent per liter both are same. When considering your strong ion difference, simply you can write as sodium minus chloride. Strong ion difference in body, your body containing approximately 140 millimoles per liter or 140 milliequivalents per liter sodium, chloride 105 milliequivalents per liter. Then your strong ion difference came as 35. If I think I want to remove the strong ion factor from my patient, if I want to remove complete strong ion factor from my patients, I have to reduce this 35 from this 2 value. Then I can write this one as sodium minus chloride minus 35. If I am perfectly normal, my sodium level 140 milliequivalent per liter, chloride 105, and if I reduce this 35, that means if I have normal value, I have to reduce 35. Once I reduce 35, total value came as 0. My strong ion difference in that case 0, but my normal body strong ion difference is right now 35. Then I am going to add albumin. I am going to convert into milliequivalent per liter. If I want to convert millimoles per liter albumin into milliequivalent per albumin, I have to multiply it from 0.25. That means total amount of albumin into 0.25 is the albumin in milliequivalent, per liter. My body containing lactate as well. Lactate also one of the strong ion. They dissociate 1:1 ratio in millimoles and milliequivalent. Because of that, amount of lactate also I can write as normal amount of lactate is 1. If I have 5 lactate, the lactate increment is 4 here. So 1 minus present lactate level in milliequivalent per liter in my body right now. If I have lower amount of albumin in previous one, amount of milliequivalent present my body, I can write as this one, 0.25 into normal albumin level 42 minus present albumin level is the albumin in milliequivalent. Is the albumin in milliequivalent present in my body? In addition to that, my body containing other ion as well. Unfortunately, all the other ion I can't convert into millimoles into milliequivalent. because different ion have different conversion factor. Because of that I am just writing it as other ion in milliequivalent per liter. Other ion in milliequivalent per liter. You may be thinking, why Dr. Dinesh writing such a stupid thing from top to bottom, isn't it? It has a very important clinical significance. I will show. If my patient having base excess, amount of base excess, that means additional bicarbonate or reduction of bicarbonate, base excess minus or positive. That means bicarbonate, amount of bicarbonate either reduced or amount of bicarbonate either increased. If my patient having reduced amount of bicarbonate, that reduction from here to here, that reduction in milliequivalent per liter, that reduction in milliequivalent per liter must be equal to any kind of increment from here to here. Did you get my point, or am I teaching myself? Dr. Dinesh teaching himself, isn't it? I will repeat it again. All the thing I convert into milliequivalent per liter. Why? Electrical neutrality in my body I am going to check in milliequivalent per liter. Then what I found is my base excess was there. That means accumulation of or reduction of milliequivalent substance is there. That accumulation of reduction of additional amount must be equal into reduction of either a strong reduction or increment of strong ion difference, reduction or increment of albumin level, and lactate level change or other ion change. If so, this total equation I can write like this. This total equation I can write this. How? My base excess in milliequivalent must be equal into strong ion difference, sodium plus chloride, sodium minus chloride minus 35 plus albumin reduction effect. This is strong ion effect, this is albumin reduction effect. Albumin reduction I can write as 0.25 into 42 minus albumin level plus lactate effect. Lactate effect means 1 minus amount of lactate present in my body plus other ion effect. That means if I check my patient base excess, if I found minus 10, the total value from here to here must be equal to minus 10. If I found plus 10, the total value from here to here must be equal to plus 10. I will do an example for you. Recently, I had a patient with liver cirrhosis. I have to ventilate this patient with the sepsis. I have to resuscitate with the normal saline. And following day patient waiting for laparotomy as well. So my patient's history is 68-year-old patient. 68-year-old patient. Chronic liver cell disease. CLCD patient with peritoneal sepsis. Resuscitate with large amount of normal saline. Awaiting for laparotomy. Intubated and ventilated. Blood chemistry shows pH of 7.25. pH of 7.25. Base excess minus 11.5. By looking at those two, patient having metabolic acidosis, you can identify. Sodium level was 133. Chloride was 110 millimoles per liter. Now you can write milliequivalent or millimoles, it doesn't matter, who cares. Lactate level also was 5. Lactate was 5 millimoles per or milliequivalent per liter. Albumin was 22 millimoles per liter. That one millimoles per liter. If you want to convert into milliequivalent, you have to multiply it from 0.28 with 0.25. So now I am going to put those values into this equation. Now I am going to put those values into this equation. Base excess how much? Minus 11.5. Base excess minus 11.5. Sodium 133. Chloride 110. And we have to reduce 35. Plus 0.25 into 42 minus 0.25 into 42 minus 22 here, plus lactate effect 1 minus 5 plus other ion effect. We'll see my strong ion difference effect of anion gap. Sorry, my strong ion difference effect of base excess. Thank you for correcting it. Strong here 133, here 110, 23 is there. 23 minus 35 minus 12 is there. That means minus 12 effect is there. Here 11.5 is there. How it happened? Here minus 12 effect belong to my strong ion difference. If I want to correct the patient acid base status, I have to correct the strong ion difference. I have to correct the sodium level. I have to reduce the chloride. Then my patient's strong ion difference become normal. Once it normal, my base excess is going to be reduced. So here 12 is there. We will see how other factors affection. Albumin activity. Because of the albumin activity, we will see how much of base excess or base deficit effect is there. 0.25 into 42 minus 22, 20 is there. That means plus 0.25 into 20, that means 5 is there. Plus 5 is there. Due to hypoalbuminemia, plus 5 base excess is added. Due to strong ion difference, minus 12 base excess added. You see that both are in the different direction. We will see the lactate effect. Lactate effect minus 4 is there, and other ion effect. Now 12 plus 4 means minus 12 plus minus 4, minus 16 is there. Plus 5 plus other ion effect. Here minus 11 plus other ion effect equal minus 11.5. That means for your 11 base minus 11 base deficit, contribution, strong ion contribute 12, lactate contribute 4. Low albumin level countercurrently contribute. That means other way around contribute. It reduces by 4. If you have normal amount of albumin here, albumin is 0 now, then you have 16 base deficit. So minus 16 base excess. That means if you want to resuscitate this patient, if you first of all, if you are going to resuscitate the albumin level, what happened? You are going to correct the albumin level, your base excess further increase. You have to correct either lactate level, you have to correct either strong ion different first. You have to resuscitate your patient with fluid in order to normalize the lactate level. Fluid though, you have to bring back blood pressure into normal. Number 2, you have to give adequate amount of sodium in order to bring up sodium level up. You have to reduce chloride somehow into 105. In that case, you can bring your disturbance acid base status into normal. Sometimes this question come in the theatre as well. After several fluid resuscitation, my medical officers asked from me, sir, whether to transfuse normal saline or Hartmann. If you are going to give normal saline repeatedly, what happened? It contains large amount of chloride. Your patient can develop hypochloremia followed by acidosis, hypochloremic metabolic acidosis, which is very bad. Why? One of the factors which belong to lethal triad is acidosis. Your patient can go into multi-organ failure and sometimes can die because of the acidosis. So because of that, I recommended to do another kind of IV fluid, either Hartmann or Plasmolite, in order to reduce the hypochloremic metabolic acidosis. So you have to know about the Stewart analysis well. Why? If you found a patient with metabolic acidosis, if you found a patient with metabolic alkalosis, now you know what to correct first and how extent you should correct. Here you should correct sodium level 135 to 145 first. Chloride level you should bring down, and your lactate level you should correct first, and lastly you can correct albumin level. That is all regarding the Stewart analysis. Thank you very much.